Amy with expressionsvinyl.com, and welcome to Vinyl Friday. I'm really excited because this is the first time that I will be leading a Vinyl Friday project. So just want to see how everybody's doing, if everybody's getting ready for the weekend. Labor Day is this Monday. A lot of people don't work. Right now we have the fair that started today, so that's something that a lot of people do during Labor Day weekend. I just want to tell you briefly what my project is. Keep talking. Just want to check in and see who's already on. Curious to see who's returning from last week and the weeks before. Make sure to comment, and we love that interaction with you guys, so ask any questions throughout the project. The project I'm going to do today is what I call a reverse coloring with paint, and this is a project that I did. This design I bought from the Silhouette store by Nick Squirrel, and it was really fun. I really wanted to work with paint and colors, so I'm going to let you guys help me decide what color palette to put on this project today. And
Rick says those Yankees got lucky last night against my Red Sox.
Oh, no, they're just wonderful.
Rick, Red Sox are still ahead in the series, so we're still okay, Rick.
Just wait till October. Just wait. So we're going to be working with Oramak, and I'm curious to know how many of you actually have worked with Oramak. It looks like this color blue on the back, it says Oramak, so you know that it's not anything else, and it is a vinyl. It's a lot more plasticky, and so one of the things, like a common question that comes up is which type of transfer tape works best. I really like the paper transfer tape. This one works really good with the Oramak, and that's what I used for our stenciling, and primarily Oramak is for stenciling. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stencil this onto the board and then paint it over, and it is reusable, so that's another good thing about that. And you can also use clear transfer tape, but sometimes it's hit or miss. This little one,
Jody's wondering if that's also called Stencil.
Yeah, so a lot of people refer to Oramak as like a stencil vinyl. A lot of people use it for stenciling type projects, kind of like what I did today, so it's really great for that. So with this clear one, you just have to rub it on for at least a good 5 minutes to make sure that it sticks, and if it's not sticking, just keep going at it, but then eventually it stays on, but it also depends on the size of the project. But I had stuck with the paper transfer tape, so I'm going to show you how I applied that. You cut it the same way you would cut any other vinyl. I just used the same cut settings for like the series or Oracal 31, and once that's weeded, you put on your transfer tape. I put 2 layers because I only have the roll and it's not big enough, but it works good because when you remove it, it's easy to take off. So I'll give it one more good rub, because you never know, sometimes it sticks.
Good, we've got Christine watching from Houston. I'm glad you're safe, Christine.
Yes, Christine, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to remove the backing paper. And I'm not too worried about centering it perfectly. It's a pretty big image, and it fits well with the board. So whichever looks good, that looks good. And then I'm just going to lay that down and use the transfer tape, or smooth it out with the application. And then I like removing one side. If that sticks up, you can go ahead and smooth that out. I'll give it another rub just in case.
For those of you tuning in, if you've got any questions, we've got Joanne over here at the computer.
Ready to answer your questions.
And Bonnie, that's me. I'm right behind the camera. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we'll answer them live.
being very stubborn today.
Today we are going to be making this painted picture that Amy made with Oramak. She used all these different colors. Maria wants to know what kind of vinyl this is. Maria, this is Oramak. Yes. This is our stenciling vinyl.
So this little piece came off, but we're just going to stick that back on there. So I'm going to rub this down one more time. Want to stick today. Okay. So how many of you have actually used Oramak before or any type of project? It's cool because you could also use it on like fabric material to paint, so not just adhesive type related projects. Okay, so there's that, and then we're just going to start filling in the inside of the colors, and then we'll remove the Oramak and finish the product.
And
So,
Basin is waiting for her kids at school pickup, and she's tuning in.
yay!
She was our winner last week.
Oh, good.
That's
Welcome.
great. Okay, I'm going to start with the blue, and it's fun with these colors. You could really mix and match, and that's kind of the effect that I wanted to go with. So I'm just going to randomly pick some colors, and then I'm going to have you guys help me pick some colors as well. So these are just acrylic paints, super easy. You can buy them at any craft store. And I'm just going to mix 3 colors together. I found that that's a good amount. And right now, I'm not going to mix it. I'm just going to dip in my brush and just kind of pick up colors. I'm going to put it on a little bit thick, and I'm just going to dab at it and not necessarily brush, and then eventually the colors are just going to start mixing together.
Talk up a little bit louder.
Okay. So just like that, so don't really worry about having to brush stroke like you usually would regularly, depending on what type of effect that you want, but I like the bulkiness, and I want some texture to that. So it's real easy because you really can't mess up with paint. And then if there's a certain color that you want to pop out more, you can definitely add that and mix it in. Like the gold's fading a little bit, so in the end I'm going to dab on some extra gold to make that color pop. And it's nice about the stencil because then obviously you can just paint over it and not have to worry about necessarily going over the lines or painting over the lines. So I'm going to paint another one this color. I'll go with this side. And what color would you guys like to see next? Or what color should we pick from our palette?
What colors do we have here, Amy?
So we have a variety of blues, greens. Those are my go-to colors. Some purples, like
Red,
a coral,
pink,
red.
purple. That's what they're saying.
Red, pink, purple? All right.
Red, pink, purple were the first 3 that came up.
Ooh, let's mix those.
Okay.
Or purple. Purple. People want purple.
Okay, we'll go with purple. So I'm going to add a little bit more blue.
Gray. They say gray with it. Oh, purple and gold. Gray with purple.
Gray, purple, gold. I haven't tried that one. That one would be good. Okay. I'm just gonna reuse this brush.
Periwinkle, Starly Griggs says.
Okay. I'll just add in. Okay. And then I'm just gonna dip this in the water. Just reuse the brush. Very easy to do. And so it was purple, gold, silver.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
Which purple though? They're all so pretty. A brighter one, more of a lilac or like a mauve color.
How about the one on the end? Yeah,
This one? Okay, let's go with this one. This one's really bright. It's really pretty. Okay.
Brighter, yeah, bright purple.
All right. You guys ready? Okay. Let's paint this outer edge. It's a really pretty purple. Maybe we'll add in some more gold. So this paint takes, I don't know, probably a good 24 hours to dry, especially depending on the thickness. So we're not going to put on an extra layer of paint just because it's going to take us a while to dry.
Let me zoom in. You can see how thick Amy's getting that on there. A lot of it's just still glopped right up, but it's pretty neat technique.
So if your paints start mixing in like this, you can go ahead and kind of leave it as it is and then go in. I really like this purple, so I'm gonna just grab this purple and just start dabbing it in to start adding that effect of the purple. And you can do that with any color, but this one's really pretty, so we'll just do that. And it might look really messy and really gunky, but in the end it turns out to look really cool. Should we paint another one that color?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with this one. Okay. So what should our next colors be? Should we try a red?
Love the Duty says they love the texture.
Me too. I actually was watching YouTube videos on how they mix paint, so I got that idea, and it sounds really funny because there's all these compilations of people mixing paint, but it's actually really cool. It's the more fancy professional paint, so it's a lot thicker, and the consistency of that looked really cool when they mixed it. So I wanted to try it with these paints and see how that works. So it's actually pretty fun. Okay, I like this one to be a little bit more gold.
You can never go wrong with purple and gold.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try a red. Okay.
Rick says to
Not
do
for Red Sox.
Red
No.
Sox and Yankee blue. That's what
Red
he's.
Sox red and Yankees blue.
All right, well, we can do that. We need a neutral color, a neutral team color.
Neutral is white, right? Neutral team color.
I don't have any white right now, but oh yeah, that's true. We'll grab a white and see how this one looks. I'll make sure to add in a little more blue than red, just so. Okay.
Oh, they are Cleveland Indian colors.
Oh, they
That's
totally
right.
are. All right, Cleveland, this is for you.
Cleveland is doing extremely well.
That's true. They're all right. Okay. Let's see, should we add more blue or red?
I like how it's got mostly blue on this one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. All we need is a Yankee logo. Which we can easily do. All right, we'll add a little bit more red for Bonnie. There you go, Bonnie.
And Rick.
And Rick. Just because it's a season of giving, I'll be nice. Okay, does that look good?
Looks good.
All right. One more color.
Want to do the same one, or?
Yeah, we'll leave it as that.
Green and gold, someone said.
Okay. Let's try to speed through. Okay. So after this, we're going to apply a yellow vinyl over it. So that's why I called it like a reverse coloring project, because we're coloring it in first and then putting the outline of it, which gives it that nice effect of vinyl. Okay, that's good. That has more blue this time, so we're even. Okay. And then, just quickly, I went and painted this outer layer, and I'll just quickly show you. You can do like a distressed look, so this was like the first layer I put, and then once this was all covered, I went in with the smaller brush to fill in the inner spaces between the feathers, and then whatever leftover paint I had, I just grabbed some of it and just painted it to give some type of distress effect. But it's all up to you how you'd like to do that. It's really cool to see what you can do and how the colors mix together, and I just went about to do that. So my favorite part is next, and that is watching paint dry. So that's what we're going to do for the next 24 hours. So I hope you guys are ready and prepared and
Get your popcorn.
let's watch the paint. Just kidding. No. So I went ahead and made semi-finished product. So this is what it's going to look like once the Oramak is removed. This paint, this layer, thanks. This layer wasn't as thick when I first did it, but
Vanessa's wondering if you could use a heat gun, and maybe in order to dry that paint, you might be able to use a heat gun.
Yeah, that'd be good to try. You should try it and then post a picture.
So all of the other feathers on the right have already got the Oramak removed, and Amy's just removing this final one so you can see what it looked like.
So depending on how much paint is on, it gets really stiff, so this one won't be able to be reusable. But depending on what your project is, you're able to. But that one came out fairly nice, and there weren't as many, it wasn't very thick on this paint layer. So that's what it looks like, and then we're gonna add.
Let me just zoom in. This looks really, really neat.
Gold vinyl. So this is one way to line it up. There's other ways. You can use clear transfer tape, but I'm just going to do my best to fill in the holes with where it fits. And I took a little piece of the backing paper, folded it back, that way I have the top sticking up. And then I can see the empty spaces a little bit, well, for the most part. So once that's aligned, I'm going to make sure that's on, and then I'm going to remove the rest of the backing paper so you can easily just lift this and use it.
Explain again what you're laying down.
So this is the vinyl layer, so it's going to be the empty spaces where we removed the Oramak, so you can still see the wood areas, and this is what the vinyl is going to cover. And I'm going to use an application tool and just start smoothing this out.
So Amy cut these feathers out first with Oramak, the stenciling vinyl, which is right here. And then she cut the exact same thing out in vinyl.
Yeah,
and that's what she's applying.
So this, so this is like a two-step vinyl project. Starting off with Oramak, just so you can get in the empty spaces with the paint as like the coloring portion. And then I wanted to add some vinyl to it, so then I cut out the exact same design, weeded out the same way I weeded the Oramak. That way I can apply it over to that empty space.
And what kind of vinyl is that?
So this one is the polished metal, or the heavy metal yellow. And it has a metallic look to it, and that's one of the reasons why I like the polished metals and the lusters, just because of that extra shine it has. And this one's on a little bit crooked, but that is okay. You can always go back and fill in spaces with paint or just leave it as it is. So I'm just going to remove the transfer tape.
Debbie said, I love the look after removing the stencil vinyl. She may have to try this project over the weekend.
Yeah, I'd love to see how you guys recreate this and see if there's other ways or different types of ways to paint or different types of vinyl or not even using the vinyl. It's really personal preference, but I think it'd be cool to see what you guys come up with.
Anessa said she's going to try it on canvas. This would be neat on canvas.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is almost done.
What's the application tool? Show that.
So this is the handy dandy application tool, and we use it for everything, especially to rub down the vinyl. And we have these at Expressions Vinyl. You can buy them online as well, and it's a really neat tool to have working with vinyl in general. And it's pretty handy to use for this process, removing the transfer tape, just because sometimes it likes to stick up. And you can find other ways to use it as well.
Which vinyl again? Tell the yellow vinyl again.
So the yellow vinyl is the heavy metal yellow, and we have a lot of neat colors within that series. This one's these ones have that metallic look, which I really like. The cut settings are a little bit different than the regular vinyl, but we do have a chart that has the cut settings for the different types that we have. But it's fairly easy to weed. I feel like it always gives that really nice polished look to it. So that's why I wanted to use it in here. And there you go. So if there's any pieces sticking up, in case some did, just depends on the wood as well. You can go ahead and just smooth it out with the application tool.
Yolanda said she loves imperfections in her work. That makes it unique.
Yes.
Hold it out this way.
Me too.
Oh, I love that.
There you go. I'll finish the one that we painted, the Red Sox and Yankee feathers. And then we'll post a picture later on Facebook. That way you can see the project that we all made today. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we love hearing about you guys as well as your comments. We love answering your questions, and just keep it up, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good and safe Labor Day weekend. Bye.